Tonight, we're starting on something a little different. All right, folks. Lonnie has purchased this fine machine.
It is a fine machine. Yes, this is exquisite Minnesota Polaris history right here. This is a 1982 Cutlass SS, the one carburetor wonder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a 440 single carb.
Oil injected.
Oil injected. Direct drive. Let's see what else is it? It's
Stubby little track.
yeah, stubby little track on this thing.
What's the length? The 110?
I think it's a 110. Yeah.
We'll look it up. The track's really odd. It's got a 2-inch pitch, which
Yeah.
we'll show you why later, but it's so they can get enough teeth on the drivers,
So
which are really small because it's direct drive.
Yeah.
Brakes are in the drive shaft.
Yeah.
Brakes are cable operated. All kinds of oddities that we're going to show you as we go through this thing. But it's a conventional leaf spring sled, and actually the spindle spring skis are the same as the last TXs and TXCs were. So they're the forged TXL spindles essentially. So,
So it's yeah. I like it because I like the style. I like the colors. But more than that, I think it's just unique in that it's single carb 440 with that direct drive. I think it's going to be fun to tear into. It's certainly different than the last one we were working on.
it's different. Well, the last one we're still working on.
Right.
So, just so you know, the XCR is still proceeding, and there's a couple episodes that have already been shot. It's already run, but we're going to kind of insert this in here so we can break things up and go one project, the other project, and eventually the St. Germain swap will jump into that order too. So, have no fear. The XCR 800 is proceeding quite well, but we're going to work on this. So, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Are we just giving it the basic once over?
I think this is going to get the standard nutter workover. We're gonna tear it down because I think we got to get in. Well, number one, we don't know what's in that engine, right? So we're definitely going in and doing crank seals and that kind of stuff. We're gonna check compression.
We got to recommission the oil injection.
Yeah, we got to rebuild that. Yeah, because the pump is there, but the bottle's not. The person who had it before I did said that that whoever he got it from had already removed the oil injection. So we're gonna have to get all that put back together.
But they didn't remove it. They didn't pull it off and put on a block-up plate. The pump and the two oil lines that go up to the cylinders, they're there.
They're there, yeah.
So we just need a tank.
Yep.
And if you've got one of these tanks, please email me, netterspeedsshop@gmail.com. We're looking for one.
Yeah, we are definitely looking for the bottle for this one.
If not, we'll adapt in something else. Lawnmower tank, gas tank.
Yeah, you know.
Indie oil bottle. I don't know.
We'll
if we
figure it
get
out.
there and we don't have anything, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So here's the agenda. The steering on this is actually remarkably tight, and the bushings don't seem to be worn, although we'll check it out. So we're probably not messing with that.
We've said that before.
But the standard fare. I mean, we're gonna pull the skid. We're gonna pull the drivers.
Yep.
All of that.
Hood's coming off.
You know.
Yep.
Check bearings.
Skid's coming out. Check all the bearings. Grease all the shafts. Get the drivers out. We change those bearings no matter what if we're that far in. And like Lonnie said, clean the carb.
Clean that carb.
Check over the motor. Oil seals. Recommission the oil system. Put her all together again.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And
that's going to
What
be a
about that
surprise.
seat, Lonnie?
we're gonna
That's
tell him right now,
beautiful.
Nate.
Oh, see how you are.
Nate, the seat guy. We're gonna get the seat off of here because we're going to lunch with Nate, the seat guy, tomorrow. We're gonna hand this off and get this seat refurbished, get the tears out of it.
Yep.
So
It'll be beautiful.
It'll be beautiful. All right. Well, I've never
It's a
worked on one of
beautiful
these,
thing.
and I'm itching. So let's
Yeah.
tear into it.
Let's do it. We'll bring you along for the journey.
We'll clean it up too.
Yeah. Thanks, Dennis.
Jeez. You could have undusted it.
We just opened the hood.
Yeah, we got to show you
beautiful.
the findings.
This sled came with some recyclable aluminum, it appears.
It's not walnuts, at least.
It's better than walnuts, and it's better than a mouse nest.
It's actually fairly clean under here. Very clean.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Rumor is it's only sat for a couple years, so I hope we got high hopes.
Yep.
We got high hopes.
Yep.
Try to get
Alright,
this
a little
hood
bit.
off. Is it?
Yeah, we got to watch that hood down here. Look.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
hood
We
is
got a
starting to
crack
crack.
down there,
We're probably
yeah.
gonna have to do some work on
Okay.
that.
I'll hold it. You get some wrenches.
All right. Hang on to that.
All right, we should get the wires off first and get this off.
You know what? Let's take it off from here. We'll leave it on the headlight.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to disprove the old wives' tale on compression testing, that you have to hold the throttle wide open. Now, you may have to give it an extra pull or two, sure, but you don't have to hold it wide open. So, Lonnie,
Yeah.
go ahead and give her a few pulls.
Wide open first?
Yeah, you can do wide open
All right.
first.
Just, pretty much peaked out.
She's pretty peaked out, and that's actually really good compression.
Something.
Now, that's a solid 130. All right.
Oh, damn. That is good.
That is good.
Wow.
All right, pull it without holding the throttle open.
All right.
Gotta give it some more. Well, that ended up being just a tick under. If you pull it one more time, it'll get there. There you go. Now it's the exact same compression. So there you go. It's an old wives' tale. If you generated no compression when your throttle was shut, your motor wasn't idle. You need some compression for the mixture to go. So there we go. All right. So, anyways, the
130 on that cylinder.
the Meg side's real good. Yeah.
Wow.
Press the button right here, Dennis. There you go. Release that.
That's almost better than new. Well,
Yeah.
those normally aren't. They should be right around 120, shouldn't they?
Well, usually about 125, so that's real good. So,
Ready?
yep.
She peaked out.
Give her a couple more. All right, open up the throttle and give it two more, just to prove it.
Not moving.
It doesn't matter. So it's like 135 and 130. This one's 130. The other one was 135. So real good. Oh yes, here come the dogs. They just opened the latch and let themselves in. Thank you, puppies.
I'm impressed with
That's
that.
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I think the motor's healthy, but we'll still do crank seals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's standard speed shop fare.
That's standard.
Yep.
All right, we got to get the airbox off. And look at special guest Alabama Matt's here.
Hi, Matt.
How's it going?
Matt, what's going on, man?
I think Matt came to visit Patty.
Yeah, where's
Patty's out in the trailer where she belongs.
there a long line?
Yeah.
She's kind of.
You know what kind of trailer Patty lives in.
Yeah, that double wide. That
No,
double wide with the
Patty
redwood
lives in
deck.
an antique Airstream down by the river.
She lives in that double wide with the redwood deck.
No, double wides are highfalutin.
Oh, this is true.
Single wide is
Yeah, but she's
about
the
average.
queen of the.
Well, I think she lives in an old Airstream
If it's a camper,
by the river.
Airstreams are nice too.
Yeah, but if it's an old
With
one.
the bricks showing.
We see
from
a
the
lot of the
outside.
old FEMA trailers down there. That
Yeah.
The Katrina disaster, and then
Oh,
people
God.
buy them real cheap.
Yep.
Oh,
That's where
jeez.
Patty-
There you go.
That's where Patty is, an old FEMA trailer. All right, Dennis, pop her out. We're going to make it smell good in here, Matt.
We're gonna try anyway.
We're getting this Cutlass SS piece of history airbox off.
Let me open this up.
There we go.
Oh yeah, show them that.
Yeah.
Dennis. Look at that. It
Yeah.
comes right.
Oh yeah, the whole belt guard comes right off. That's pretty cool.
Little tabs down there.
Easy access, almost like they thought you might burn belts all the time from the direct drive.
Well, that there's a. That's interesting. Here's a boot.
Screw, Dennis, screw
Boot on
them,
there, but it didn't
screw them
do
right
it.
back on there. Nope.
But then we won't have to go searching for them.
All right, we gotta suspend the back of this off the ground, and we're gonna give her a little squirt bottle. All right, Lon, you want to hear your treasure run? Your
Well,
new.
let's see if it'll do something.
All right, we got plenty of squirt. We may have to hold the throttle. Really, Farley? All right, let me put the dogs outside.
Come on, folks. Ready? Yeah, that's
It ran better on the bottle than the tank.
It's pumping fuel. Yeah, that gas does not smell good, so we're not going to run it anymore.
yeah. We're
We don't want to ruin Matt's nice shirt with the bad gas smell. We got to get Matt a Speed Shop shirt.
I've got one. I just didn't pack it.
Oh, man.
yeah, you are. You
So,
weren't expecting to come see us, were you?
No, I was just I wasn't prepared today, is what it was.
Oh.
oh,
I
all
was ready
right.
for happy hour, and some bitches didn't show up to.
Yeah, but now you're there.
You're at happy hour.
This is
Every
new happy
every hour in the shop's happy, Matt.
Oh man, that smells bad.
That's bad. We aren't running it on that gas anymore.
No, but I am very pleased with the fact that it ran. That's good.
I'm not surprised, especially
I'm not-
after the
I'm not
compression
saying I'm
check.
not surprised.
Well,
I'm just
and one pull.
yeah. I mean, it really.
He's a good tugger.
Hey now.
All right. Well, first thing on my agenda is rip this seat off. I want to make sure we don't forget that. We got to get that to Nate. So I know how to get it off, Lon.
Right.
We'll lift this thing up in the air. There's two bolts right underneath that go into T-nuts.
Yep, I can feel them.
You ready for it to go up?
Yep.
Why are you doing the
You know what? One of them's missing.
Surprise!
I know.
The seat's held on by one bolt.
There's only one back there.
All right. We'll get it off, but the bolts come up from the tunnel into T-nuts in the wood base. So
There's the lock.
nothing really surprising on that.
All right, run her down.
What's this sled's name?
We haven't got that far yet.
Well, you're already giving it a reach around and you don't even know its name?
I know, right?
So I was proposed one for the SS.
Yeah.
My buddy. So we met my buddy Hunter's mom, Patty. My buddy Josh's mom's name's Susie.
Yeah.
Sloppy Susie?
Susie. Lazy Susan.
Susie.
I don't know if I'm going with Susie
I
or
don't
not.
know. It's what I prefer.
Oh, look at that. She just
Sarah.
comes loose just like that, Nutter.
I figured.
Yup.
It's got the standard bracket configuration up there.
Bracket configuration with the standard connector for the tail light.
All right, so some of this is pretty familiar.
Yes, sir.
Standard stuff. And see this? This is just a shroud. This is the tank.
What's that look like underneath there? How's my wood look?
I'm sure Nate's gonna give you a new piece of wood.
Looks
You-
old and wore out.
I'm glad you said it that way.
yeah,
Yeah, this broke off right there.
she's yeah.
What
Not
do we
shape.
got? What do we got going on here, Mr. Nutter?
I don't know. Dennis is trying to shoot exhaust springs across the floor.
Almost.
What is that? Why do you have a piece of fuel hose?
Stuck up underneath the edge of the.
Let me. What
He had a
the?
spacer in there.
Don't know.
What the heck with the cap? It's a cap.
For what?
It's a rubber cap with a clamp on
Been
a.
on this side?
This must. It looks like it would have.
It came off from.
No,
that
that would have pressed into the carb or something. It must have just rattled under there.
What are the two?
It's
Who knows?
Oh,
it's a clamp. I'm sure we'll find out. It's probably. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll find it eventually.
Right there. We'll leave it there until we know.
I'm gonna take this straight to my truck so the puppies don't climb around.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Fun is to get it started, and then you rotate that back, and it should come. Remember, this got to rotate that way.
You got to spin it.
You got to pull up on
The top has to go to the rear.
spin it off.
and then spin. No, you'll go ahead and get on it. See, you'll see.
See, I don't think you're going to do that. I would.
This one doesn't separate.
I don't do it that way. I spin the sheath first and then push it in.
Okay.
Or you can do what Matt just did.
Look at that.
That belt might have been slightly loose.
Okay.
Why are you making it hard on yourself, Lonnie?
No, I was making it hard on you.
Whoa.
On purpose.
Coming over here to Dennis's side.
All right.
With your words.
Whatever this was run for last. Wow. They got that clip all the way up.
So I know what it was run for because when we were loading it up, the former owner told me he's grass dragging it.
Oh, so it was really warm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
there you go. If you're
no
grass
wonder it's
dragging with the airbox on, that's not entirely shocking.
Well, that explains too why those spark plugs were a little on the dark side.
Well, no, that's full lean what you're holding in your hand.
Oh, that's full lean. Oh,
That's
okay.
full lean.
Wow.
But, you know, here's the thing. First step when you're going to grass drag an old girl like this, you take your airbox off. And then you start adjusting.
Right.
You know.
Yup.
All right.
There
well,
you go. We got that.
needle was
That's
all
got to
over-
go back to the middle.
Yeah, well, really? Or are we going to drive it in the summer?
Don't know yet.
I'd leave it there for the moment.
We'll leave it there for the moment.
Yep.
Right on.
All right. This sled is so shockingly simple. It is just flying apart, folks. Matt's been taking off this motor mount. I got to take off this one. We've got two more, couple plugs and some hoses, and the motor will be right out. All right, so we're over here looking at this brake system, which is on the drive shaft because there's no other place to put it.
So the cable comes in.
That's a speedometer cable.
Yeah.
This is the brake cable. And this rotor just seems like it floats. The theory right now is that when we take off all this stuff, it'll pull off this, it'll pull off the outer half of that caliper, and this should just slide off. We think. We'll let you know if we find out different.
Seems to work.
All right, we don't know where the hell Tommy is. He didn't even call in sick. He's just AWOL.
He's just AWOL.
But we got the rest of the crew here, including Bam and Matt. So we're doing pretty good tonight. But Tommy Zeller, where the heck are you?
All these parts are going to go into the Ultrasonic 6000 when we clean the car.
Clean the car.
Fine, clean the carb.
All right, so there's your speedo drive. That's off. And here comes your caliper. That's off. Now for the theory. Oh, yeah. It is just floating on a big Woodruff key.
Yeah.
And the Woodruff key pulls out with your fingers.
That's like old school. Right
And now that pulls out. And we're basically ready to take your drive shaft out. And look at this. They got this pad on a bracket.
That just floats.
The pad, the outer, I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It just sits there.
We're going to need another one of these for the seat.
I got bolts.
Oh, I forgot to loosen the cap.
First look at the little baby skid.
Oh my god, that thing is tiny.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Does it have shocks? It's got shock.
Yeah. It's gonna need some rebuilt shocks.
Oh, you think we need to put a Fox shock in this skid?
Have you seen how much?
I don't think
weighs?
Fox makes one that small.
Yeah, but Nutter Speed Shop could make a Fox
Forward, there you go.
that small.
Come on.
Nipple.
There we go.
Lonnie, maybe it'd be a good project for me to cut down a bigger Fox shock.
Woo, look at that little baby shot.
It ain't gonna fit worth the crap though. Look at how tight it is down at the bottom there.
Yeah, that's
And look, no front shock, one spring,
Big spring.
one spring. That is a different skid, Lon.
It does have a limiter strap on it, though.
Well, that's a good thing. We'll loosen that up so you can ride wheelies.
Man, that thing is short.
On a single carb 440, you ain't gonna get the skis very high.
How many wheels?
Probably
well,
not.
you know what? But yeah, but if I put my fat ass far enough back on that seat, I'll get them up there.
We could put those
How many-
spacers in the
Only
right
how many-
7 wheels.
How many bearing? And do these even have bearings? Oh yeah, they got bearings.
Yeah,
Although
man,
that one
these are-
feels good. Is
this
that one
one's
good?
Shot. Nope, it's shot.
This one could be changed.
Yeah, that was.
Middle one's not bad. That one, That one, the two outers need to be changed. That one's got to get changed. Haven't inspected the front ones yet.
Yeah, that one's all locked up.
Well, that's all right. We got bearings. They're off-the-shelf parts after
It's
all.
not bad.
Yeah?
It's not bad either.
All right. Well, we'll leave that all together. That seems like we don't really have to split the rails.
Let's just. That'll be fine.
We're going to grease all these shafts, though, folks.
Yeah.
We'll bust these bolts out, get this up, grease the shaft, put it back, then we'll move up and do the middle. We'll do it. We're going to do them one at a time so it isn't hard to line up the rails. But every shaft's got to get greased on this thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Agree.
Throw her outside and let her rust for the moment.
More rust.
Door for you.
Whatever order.
What are we doing, Dennis?
All right. You gotta get.
Those will be a half an inch. Isn't it crazy they're on the inside? But I suppose it has to be or it won't work with the brake.
Huh?
Half-inch socket.
A little shorty at that.
That's a reach around at a whole nother level.
That's pretty wild. Now the real question is, do these have like set screws and stuff, or can we just shove it to the side and we got to get that flangette off. You want to break that loose, Dennis? You need a hammer?
Can you put your finger on
That's
that?
not a
right
hammer.
there?
That's a hammer.
I can't keep
Everything's a
turning
hammer. All right.
There we
She's
go.
out.
Now if we could shove it this way, we can cut this outer race off.
I'm going to do some of this.
And then if we can shove that one that way,
Oh, we're still 2 bolts away.
we're 2 bolts away. All right. This sled's almost apart.
I know, right?
I told you guys, one night tear down. All right.
All right, I think we're ready.
Matt's feeling impatient. He doesn't want to wait till we put it on the floor. There we go.
Don't pull a muscle.
Just like that.
Jamie Johnson would be proud.
You got a shirt dirty.
Oh no, shit, I did, didn't I?
Oh, your wife's going to be mad.
Uh-oh.
Just tell her it was Patty's lipstick.
Susie's.
That didn't come with this vehicle.
They cost reduced it.
This one has only one plate on the
Yeah,
outside.
That's how this one is, too.
Yeah.
So now
Interesting.
we got to figure out how to shove that drive shaft one way or the other.
Spray it with some Freon right now.
I think I'm worried that there are set screws down there. So I'm gonna look up her skirt and see if I find set screws on those
I can't get
bearings.
to the bearing on the back.
All right, I'm down here in the tunnel, and for sure we're looking at a set screw collar. So we got to knock the set screws out, and then that stupid collar's one of those eccentric farm store ones that you got to tap one way or the other, and then it fights you the whole way. I don't like these. They're not going back on. So I'm going to have at it. All right, here's what we figured out. I got to walk around here by Matt. That side bearing's got a set screw collar and stuff, and this side doesn't. And so what I need to do is get up there and knock that thing over. It ain't moving, is it?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Look on the other side. Any movement at all?
I don't remember how far. Well, maybe.
All right.
I don't know. How far was it? Why is this rust area sticking out? Was that sticking out before?
Yeah, we're moving it.
We're moving something.
We're moving it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I got this, Matt. Yeah, you hook it on there. Put your finger right over the end.
Yeah. Put your finger right on the end of it.
Got her?
Nope, she's not moving anymore.
Well, should be able to go back the other way, though. One way or the other, it should move. Look, we moved that thing 3/4 of an inch. We just got to unseat one of these bearings, and they both pop outward. So
Right on.
if I can get this to maybe unseat the other side bearing. Oh, you know what, Lon? It
Yep.
didn't move. You know what that rust is?
No.
That's the space between
Oh,
the brake
frickin'
rotor
brake
and
rotor.
the thing. That didn't move.
That goes the other way.
Yeah.
All right.
So nothing moved yet.
Nothing moved.
This is gonna get brutal. We gotta We got to force one to slide, and this one isn't going to slide because it's got a set screw, so it's got to be that one.
Even if you got the set screw loose?
Even if you get the set screw loose, it's an eccentric collar, so it's a double action to turn it, and it's no fun.
Okay.
This is where we get mad and drill a hole in the belly pan, folks. You drill a hole in the belly pan right here that lines up with it, you put a bolt in it, and then you air hammer it out the side.
I'd prefer not to.
This isn't about you, Lonnie.
We could do a rubber plug back in the hole.
That's what she said.
More of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was smart.
There we go. Come on.
Whoa.
A little more.
No,
looks
don't dent
loose.
this precious thing, man.
Yeah, man, don't. Oh,
It just
man.
took more aggression than I had.
It looks like it's loose. There she goes. There she goes.
Come on. A little more. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Give it a few more because we got to be able to get a die grinder on there.
Yeah, it's not coming all the way out.
Well,
Wait a
it's hung
second.
up, now
Wait.
it's hung up on the
We
track.
pounded the bearing through and we shouldn't have. Whoopsies.
Oh. It had that same pocket on this side?
Yeah.
We did.
We'll be fine,
Really
Lonnie.
fine.
Lonnie, all we're going to do, there's plenty of
It didn't
shaft.
wreck nothing. It still looks great, Lonnie.
It'll be fine.
It actually looks.
But yeah, once we get loose on the track, we should be able to walk it way over.
So in other words, both bearings were supposed to come out first.
Both bearings were supposed to come out.
I don't know how you would do that.
I don't know, but I know how I'm going to cut the end of that bearing.
There's no way those
gonna
bearings were
happen,
going to
but
come
I
out.
like-
All right. We know what's about to happen.
I don't know how that happened, but I know how this is going to happen.
Is there a C-clip on there?
No, there's a collar with a set screw.
You
And
ready,
there's
Dennis?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
hold
watch
on,
your
hold on,
spark.
hold on,
Watch your
hold on,
sparks.
Hold on.
We got a lot of. It was fine.
There's two set screws, Mr. Nutter.
Oh, I know, but it don't matter. We're
But
gonna
that
get.
one's not.
It doesn't matter. The set screws don't matter at this
Well,
point.
don't-
We're gonna get them
I
off.
can't
You
hold
can
it.
let go. Let go.
Somebody got to hold it up.
Oh,
No.
oh.
No.
There we go. Where's that little minus sign? There we go. It'll fit through that hole now. There we go.
There you go.
So let's look at that other end.
Look at them.
So where's that? Yeah, there's no way those bearings would come off.
We got to press them off.
Yeah.
That one's obviously it's rusted
Terrible
on.
Oh, it's got all
This one we got to take the set screws loose. You got to knock that collar around, and then you can press it off, or just cut it most of the way through with the grinder. There's ways. How's Lonnie's track? Let's check this out.
Actually, it's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I'm
Look
looking
at
at all the clips in it.
it's got the old logo on it.
Part number.
Part numbers. Clips are good. Well, sled's only got what 2,300 miles or something.
I told him spin it around backwards so it actually has hooks.
Yeah, then it won't stop.
Well, we don't
You need
care.
them. You need them that way if you want to stop.
It's Lonnie. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, that's right. What are brakes for? They just slow you down.
There we go. All right, Lonnie wanted to do the set screw, and I said I got a different way. So I cut this collar 90% of the way through. I already did it. I've already hit it with the cold chisel just for demo, but you hit it with the cold chisel, splits are open, stretches everything. Just comes right off.
Ta-da.
Seal on, never nick the shaft.
I like it.
Good to go.
It's all about the problem.
All right, so when we popped that bearing through, it went way too far, and it'll pop through again. It's almost popped through right now, right? So where's the old bearing? Right here. And then we're going to take another one of these flanges. I got a bunch of these flanges. And I need the drive shaft to show this. So we're going to do some clever machine shop stuff. I'm going to lay a flange in here. One of these guys. This one's not loose, but I'm going to lay a flange right in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to machine this shoulder on the drive shaft back. The difference in height between this and this,
Plus the.
minus the thickness of the flange.
Oh, yes.
Minus the thickness of the flange. So it's a little bit of lathe work, but when we're done, she'll be all patched up, and next time, it'll come apart even easier.
Because we'll have set screws, we can just loosen
Should
up.
almost do both
Yep.
sides.
Yep. Now that side's fine. We didn't damage it. That side's good to go.
I didn't mean to screw up your sled, Lonnie.
It's all good. You didn't screw
Man,
anything up.
yeah, you are, Matt.
Matt, we can fix anything here. So there you go, folks. We have a plan. The plan changes, but we have a plan.
The flan changes?
The plan changes on the fly.
Good stuff. Oh, it was good though.
So we got one more line.
All right, we're getting the stinky tank off. We should pop these guys off, too, so you can whip it backwards.
Yeah. I was planning on it, but we gotta get this cowl off of there, though.
Yep. Yeah, that cowl's got to come off. Crap, does that mean we got to take the handlebars off? For sure we got to take the gas
Yeah, I'm
cap
kind of
off.
wondering if we can lift it up high enough,
Well, maybe.
get it over
Oh.
the fuel inlet.
It's looking like it. We get this rubber off.
I know.
you got the
I'm
Phillips.
working on it.
I didn't know you
Damn,
did.
everybody in the damn kid.
Why has it
get in
got
my
wood
way.
screws?
I don't fucking know.
Former owners.
Okay.
Former owners were creative in their
I got my
fastening.
vice grips on
Oh
it.
yeah. It's not a vice grips. It's a 3/8.
I mean, I'm sorry. I got my 3/8 on it.
Eagle Eye and vice grip fingers, Lonnie.
Ah. Right on. All right.
Why are you putting the
see if
screws
we can
back in
get
the
that.
holes line?
Hey,
I just had to say that on camera.
Well,
Oh,
Why are you putting the screws back
Lonnie,
in the holes?
grab your rubber here.
so I know where they go.
Oh,
Is
there we go.
that a Polaris
Now we got a shot.
protocol?
No,
That's
that
the
is-
best thing to do.
That is a
Yeah, that'll come.
It'll work.
intelligent mechanic.
We still gotta take these
What's
three out.
holding
We
this?
still got to get these back here off, don't we?
All right.
Yeah, because that's not going to come up over that. We got to get this off.
Yep. All right, we figured out what SS means. It means short seat.
yes.
Because that's got to be the shortest seat on an adult snowmobile I think I've seen. All right.
All right,
Coming
get that
out.
stinky thing out of here.
Cap on it. All right, it's gone.
Thanks, Lon.
You feeling your paint?
Somebody pre-cracked.
Ah,
I counted and there wasn't enough. Maybe a couple people.
couple maybe.
Good.
All right.
I'll raise my hand to that pre-crack.
Hey now.
We were laughing, joking, and screwing around, and we were still done in 1 hour. How about that?
It's only been an hour.
Well, it was an hour from when we got done. We've been joking and screwing around for 15 more minutes after that. But we've been having a good time, and you didn't get to see all the off-color jokes.
Yeah, but it's a family channel.
Yeah, it seems like I always have when the camera's off. Yeah, I don't know that it's a family channel. It's not an anti-family channel.
No, this
We
is
like
true.
families.
Yup.
So there you go. So we got a little repair work we made for ourselves with pounding the drive shaft out like we did.
Yup.
I don't see any other way. It was trapped. It wasn't gonna come loose, and we know how to fix it. We know how to fix a lot of things.
Yeah, that's why this is Nutter's Speed Shop.
Now we'll figure
Yeah.
out a fix.
My only concern is that we don't mess up the clutch alignment.
Oh,
Just
now you
another
throw
spacer.
that out
Just
there.
a
But it-
spacer.
Oh my
But it's
God,
only
that's-
one sheet metal thickness of the flangette. So
Well, that's all right. Washers take care of that.
No, it's gonna push it out. We'd have to take washers
I know
out. But
somebody
there were
with
2
the
washers in there, so
There
we're
was.
probably gonna be pretty close.
Or just
He was
machine
already a
some
little
down.
punched up before you mentioned that.
It was beat up. This thing been apart before. There's no guilt on that, Matt. This thing's fine.
Get the BFH and
We
get her
know.
done.
We know how to fix this. If we really wanted to, we could, tip it up on its side and like body work it back to shape. If you wanted to do that, we could do that. But I like the flanget idea myself.
Future.
Yeah, I like the flanget thing. I think it's going to be good and durable. And
I like
it's
the idea.
easily replaceable in the future.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. All right, then.
well, okay, so we hope you folks enjoyed this oddity of the snowmobile world. I don't know what else to call it. The direct drive it's a pretty normal sled,
Interesting.
except for the direct drive and the super short seat
Yeah, and super short track.
and the super short track. And that's what SS means, apparently, super short.
Super short. Yo,
So, what are you naming it, Lonnie?
Susie.
Short Susie?
No. Sweet
Stubby.
Sweet
Sassy
Susie?
Susie?
Sweet Susie.
Yup.
All right, SS, Sweet Susie, not short, stupid Susie.
And y'all have to stick around and hear the story from Alabama Matt why we call her Sweet Susie.
Yeah.
Susie's a sweet lady.
I mean,
I think the patrons are going to get to hear that story. How about that?
Yeah, it's got some story behind it.
And speaking of the patrons, if you want the behind the scenes stuff, the after the camera is turned off from YouTube, but we might leave it rolling. If you kind of want to see that kind of stuff, you're going to have to join the Patreon. That's where those videos go. And when you join Patreon, you get to see all the videos, the normal ones, early and ad-free on Patreon. Plus, like I said, these other videos, other updates and posts. The patrons, they know all sorts of details about the XCR 800 that if you're not a patron, you don't know it. So, food for thought there. If you want to help support the channel, that's really helpful. The other thing that helps support the channel is a super thanks. And we really appreciate everybody that's given us a super thanks.
Super thanks.
And what you're going to see up on the screen is the names of the people that have given us a super thanks in about the last 2 weeks at the time of editing, which the videos don't come out in order, but we will get you. If you leave us a super thanks, you will get your name on the screen. We really appreciate you for doing that. And we also appreciate anybody that just hits subscribe.
Hit subscribe.
So, as far as I know right now, this is going to be the last video before the St. Germain swap. So, we hope to see you out there. Come to the hot dog roast at the Hall of Fame Saturday afternoon. If you want to talk to me or Tommy or Greg, we'll all be there. At the swap, I'll be filming. So, please let me film. And then when I'm done, when the camera's down, come up and talk to me. So, hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Anything else?
See you at the swap.
See you at the swaps.